G'day and welcome to Oly35mm user-based, quasi-empirical, cheap and cheerful videos on Olympus 35mm cameras. And today the 35mm camera that I would like to share with you is another half frame in the Pen series. It is the Pen EED. And in my mind, this is a standout model of the pens. There are a lot of great little pens, of course, but the EED was a bit of a standout as far as I was concerned in the fact that it had a CDS meter in it, which was automatically coupled to the aperture and the shutter speed. So it was one of the, if you wish, one of the first program cameras around, and it was quite simply set on the, you'll see that there is an auto setting there, and I'll just whiz that around until it's on auto, and that would have chosen anything from the nice and bright f1.7 to f22 lens, and also 1/15th of a second through to 1/500th of a second as well. It is a manual focus guess lens, if you like. There's two positions, if I can find it, where is it? 1.2 meters, so for those head and shoulder type portrait shots, and then 3 meters, which is pretty much one of those zone focusing standards. You know, if you're not too sure what to set it to 3 meters, and you should get most of your shots in focus. It will focus from 0.8 of a meter, obviously, through to infinity though. So the pens didn't make rangefinders. They were either just simple little viewfinder type cameras, either zone focusing or manual focusing, or of course the SLRs in the Pen Fs. So no rangefinder here, and you just had to guesstimate the focus, which really isn't too bad when you think about it. It had a little knurled ring at the back to wind on your shots with. Quite, and I'll just take it off auto because I haven't got a battery at the moment. A reasonably quiet shutter in there. That's not too bad. If you have a hot shoe, if you have a flash, then you can set the f speed. The f number, the aperture, around the ring here to match with either the manual distance or the automatic f-stop that it tells you on the back of the flash. So that was also quite handy. So we're talking about, with the exception of the focusing, something that's actually a very, very easy camera to use. It had an ISO range, and that was adjusted by this little knurled ring here. An ISO range, sorry, I'll put it around that way, from f12 through to I'm having problems with my F's, aren't I, today? Sorry about that. From ASA 12 or ISO 12 through to ISO 400. Okay, I must have done too many of these. I'm starting to burble. It has a little self timer, which was rather nice. Take that off auto and wind it on, and just press the button at the front there, and about 11 seconds later it will take the photograph for you. On the top, the film counter actually counts up, and as you open the back, you'll notice that it's on about 1 there, I think 1 or 2. If you open up the back, it resets to the start. So again, quite user friendly. The shutter button is a reasonable depression, but fits quite nicely in the pad of your finger, so it's quite easy to actually take the photograph without jarring the camera. And also you have the option for a cable release as well, and of course you have a tripod socket which helps with that. Rewind button there, and 2 little lugs for your strap. Okay, what's the catch? The catch is, unfortunately, it takes a 1.35 mercury cell battery. However, these days you can buy adapters to take the 1.5 cells. They have a little diode in there that takes it down to 1.35 volts, and it works like a treat. So as long as you realize that, you know, you will have to buy yourself an adapter. You have to buy the wine cell zinc air batteries, which have a life of about 4 months. If you're prepared to do that and you're prepared to manually focus, you'll have a great little camera. So there it is, folks. The Pen EED 1967, if I didn't tell you already, came out in 1967. Not too sure how long it ran for. Not one of the most popular of the models, but I think it's well worth having a look at. A very, very nice little camera to use. So that's your lot for today. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.